Hello YouTube, what's up? My name is Chicken Fried Rice, and today we are going to be playing some R.U.S.E. This is going to be a 4-on-4 game on the map Strategist. Now this here is going to be a strategy guide for Japan as requested by one of the users. Now to start off the game, what you want to do is do 3 supply depots and 1 airfield. Now be aware this is a strategy guide for Japan for ground forces. Japan is very good in ground, both ground and air. So this is not ground forces, this is air. I apologize, I made a mistake. So we are doing this as requested by a user. Now this is not any blitzkrieg tactic, this is just a strategy guide. So what you're going to do is once you get this airfield up and running, you're going to want to pump out as many zeros as you can as quickly as possible. Now Japan is pretty much the most overpowered nation in the game. And the zeros are much too efficient, as my friend said. The zeros only cost $20 a piece, and they're not advanced fighters, and they do a very good job. Now right here I try and get this guy's building truck, but unluckily I was not able to. In the meantime, he has a couple of aircraft sitting in that airfield, which I'm going to go strafe a little later on. But what are we? 2 minutes in the game, and I have air superiority in the middle with 4 zeros. Now, you guys should know that the only way to defeat superior air, if you are in a situation where you are against superior air and you're having difficulties breaking free of that superior air, the only way of beating that is with decoy units, because aircraft will go after decoy units. So that will pretty much deplete his army, and then you can pick them off one at a time. So in the meantime, my ally here is your bye-bye, is getting, well, not exactly, I wouldn't call this a textbook infantry blitzkrieg, but he's sort of getting a small infantry blitz with a bit of fighter bomber in there. But problem with that is I have air superiority far greater. And second of all, fighter bombers are no good against fighters. So, as this game progresses, let's just fast forward this. This strategy guide applies really only for the air. Now I already have 2 airfields. Once you have your first airfield filled with zeros, depending on which circumstance you are in, you want to either build a second airfield to fill it with zeros or fill it with fighter bombers, the Typhoons. What am I talking about? I mean the upgraded fighter bombers that Japan has. I'm not sure what they're called. Now why I say this is, if you have a country that is contesting the air with you, then what you want to do is make more fighters, or you want to upgrade to advanced fighters and make some of those, because you want to be able to maintain air superiority on that person in particular. So like that later on in the game you will be able to have that, because without having air superiority, as long as the other guy doesn't have air, it's fine. But if the other guy has air units as well, it is if the other guy has air superiority and you don't, you've lost the game. Air is everything in this game, and A is just really a precautionary measure. But in this case, I am not challenged in the air, so I decided to make some Suzy, I guess that's what they're called, Suzy fighter bombers, which are very good. Now I don't believe Japan has any, how do you say, advanced fighter bombers, but these do the trick, and they are still effective at what they do. Now, as you can see, I'm maintaining air superiority, and I'm starting to get some fighter bombers out because this guy's making Pershings and other vehicles as such. Now, a couple Pershings versus some Chaffies, well, obviously the Pershings are going to lose. Now, why do I say that? Because, well, there's so many darn Chaffies, so no amount of tanks can top, well, actually, yes, because the Chaffies were just outnumbering. And if you notice, he's lost quite a lot. But that's all this is pretty much about. Now, this is pretty much all the tips I have for making air as Japan. Make sure you have supply depots, and once you've secured the air and you have your third airfield up and running, it's good enough time to expand to secondary supply depots. You don't have to have aircraft in the air. As long as you have a third airfield, then you go for your secondary, your 4th and 5th depot to start getting that cash rolling in real fast and stuff like that. You can keep pumping out aircraft much longer without any admins. And if you notice, this is just a strategy in general, You want to be very aggressive when you play R.U.S E, because when you're aggressive with people, you're forcing them to play on your terms. When you're being a turtle, you're letting them do whatever they want to, but when you're playing aggressive, they have to spend money. And now right here, you see he comes out with his advanced fighters, P-51 Mustangs. Now right here, Big Ted, I never saw this coming, but he had some P-51s, and he had been making P-51s the whole time, and we kind of surrounded him and didn't do anything about it. So, well, so he made an army of those. So I decided to start making advanced fighters. The second I saw those, I started making advanced fighters, and already I made a crap load of those extremely quickly. It did not take me any time because I had 3 airfields, which really increases your speed of production. So I was taking off my bombers and everything. And here's just a general tip for the British or Japan. Whenever you're going air in any country, if an airplane is not damaged or refueling, there is no reason for it to be on the ground. You always want your aircraft in the air, because or else they can get strafed or artied, which is something you do not want happening, because aircraft equal money, and well, when you lose money, it kind of sucks. So right here, I sent a couple bombers just to try and tease Big Ted a bit, because he was in a mumble with us, so we were talking to him. And at the end of the game, really all we do is a couple of experimentation, and we discover, if you notice here, when I zoom in, there's a hill right here. I can't see over this side. Now I go over here. Now there's a hill. And what we did is we put some Jacksons on this side, and we put some Chaffies on this side, and the Jacksons shoot straight through the hill. It's very funny, actually. And when you see it, you're like, a little like, what just happened? So this is pretty much all I have to give you guys for strategy as the Japanese. And you want to zoom out a lot to make sure that you are aware of what's happening all over the map. Cover your allies, and if they need any air support, don't be afraid to offer it. So as usual, guys, thanks for watching. Leave your comments below. Please subscribe, and I'll see you guys all next time.